Welcome back to Dropped In. I am beyond grateful to be here with you today and share a microdose hit of magic and medicine with you. And let me tell you, there are moments in life that don't ask for your permission. They just walk in, grab your nervous system by the shoulders, and say, "We're not the same after this." This was one of those moments. I woke up on a Monday morning just like everybody else. I was slow, grounded, still carrying that quiet energy from being offline all weekend. It was beautiful. No noise, no scrolling, just being fully present with nature, my husband, my dogs, and me. And then I opened my phone, and instantly it felt like stepping into a completely different reality. My entire Instagram feed, just like yours, flooded. Everywhere I looked, it was him. Countless clips, all sorts of reactions, and people trying to explain something they couldn't quite explain. And I hadn't even processed what I was seeing yet, but my body had already decided, and I started crying, bawling my eyes out. And it wasn't something you wipe away and then move on from. I'm talking full body, can't control it. Something is happening to me, bawling my eyes out, crying. And I remember in that moment thinking, why is this hitting me so hard? And then it landed. Oh, right. This isn't about him. This is about what just moved through him. Because when you've done the work, the real work, you don't just see a celebrity, you see a timeline. You see the young, innocent kid and all of that pressure, the exposure, the identity that got shaped in front of millions before he even had the chance to choose it. And then you see the unraveling, the coping, the numbing, the searching, the trying to find something that actually feels like you. And if you've ever met your own parts, you don't judge that. You recognize it. And then in that moment, you're not polished, not reaching, not trying to win anyone, just there. And this is the part people are missing. He wasn't performing at the audience. He was finally standing with himself. You could literally feel it. It was palpable. There was absolutely no performance, no proving energy, just presence. And let me tell you, when someone is that deeply rooted in themselves, your body reacts before your mind can explain it. And so that's what cracked me open. Because in that moment, I wasn't watching him. I was feeling the version of me that's been waiting. And if you felt anything watching that, my friend, if you're like me, it was full body recognition. That was your nervous system going, there it is. And that's what it feels like when someone stops abandoning themselves. And that hits when you've built parts of your life around being loved, being accepted, being seen. And here's where it gets really real for me. I've been in the trenches of doing the work for years. And I'm talking deep, deep work. And still, there were parts of me that would step in every time I got close to being fully seen. The part that believed no one wanted to hear me. The part that learned it wasn't safe to use my voice. And the part that got really good at keeping me just inside the line. Inside that line of not too much, not too real, not too exposed. And those parts, thank goodness, I know now they're my protectors. They learned that role somewhere really real. But they don't always realize you've outgrown the moment they were built for. And so every time I expanded, they would sweep in. The alarms were going off inside my system. They would try everything in their power to pull me back just enough to stay safe. And underneath all of it was this quiet belief no one actually wants to hear what you have to say. Here's the thing, it's not logical, but it is real because it came from somewhere my body remembers. And so imagine sitting there watching that Coachella moment, and instead of seeing a performance, you see someone who has walked through being misseen, and he still chose himself. My body couldn't ignore that because it recognized possibility. And something inside me said, we are done playing small. And that same day, something cracked me open, something activated me where I used my voice fully, powerfully, authentically. I used my voice in a relationship that really mattered. And I said the thing my body has been holding on to. I shared the real thing of how my experience has been. And I could feel it happening as I spoke. Like something in me stepped forward and said, I've got this now. And here's the part no one prepares you for. The words I spoke were clear, articulate, dropped into my self energy, dropped in fully, completely as me. And after, it felt like I could hear myself differently without the filter, without that internal noise. And that's what shifted. And so this whole Justin Bieber moment was far from a performance. And it certainly wasn't about a moment on a stage. It was about witnessing what it looks like when someone stops hiding. And when that happens, it doesn't stay with them, it moves. It reaches people who are ready. And because you're here and listening to this, you're one of them, aren't you? And so here's the real question: where are you still performing instead of just being? Where are you editing yourself because parts of you still think it's safer? And what would shift if you stopped negotiating your truth? Because, my friend, this isn't about becoming someone new. It's about removing what's been sitting on top of you this whole entire time. Justin didn't become that version of himself overnight. He returned to it through the mess, the chaos, the pressure, the healing, through choosing himself again and again and again and again. And if you're like me and something in you stirred so deeply, so profoundly, that's your next level calling you forward. So maybe the real moment wasn't what he showed, it's what it asked of you. Can you meet yourself that honestly? Can you be with the parts of yourself fully and completely? Can you let your voice exist without shrinking it? Can you move forward even if there's parts of you that feel unsure? Because those parts, they are not here to stop you. They just haven't caught up yet. And when you lead with self energy, they learn. So, yeah, Justin Bieber rocked my world. Something moved. My system literally got rewired in real time. And if you felt it too, you already know, don't you? And so I will leave you with this. What's one thing your voice is ready to say that you've been holding back? Because that's the door. And it doesn't open from the outside. It opens the moment you decide you're done waiting. And if you felt something shift while listening to this, if you recognized yourself in any part of this, then you already know this isn't about figuring it out. It's about building the capacity to hold the version of you that's ready to come through. That's the work I do. So if you're ready to stop editing yourself, to stop softening your truth, and actually feel safe being fully seen, start with my free Capacity Code magazine. It walks you through how to work with your nervous system in real time. So your voice, your visibility, your leadership feels like something you can actually hold. So head to the show notes and download the complimentary magazine and step into it. And I want to leave you with this. You don't need more time. You don't need more proof. You just need to decide you're done holding back. I'll see you on the other side. Until next time, I will see you on Dropped In.